Welcome to another episode of Speak to the Gynecologist. This video will be about extrauterine pregnancies. What is an extrauterine pregnancy? We all know that the pregnancy is supposed to be in the womb. This is a woman, this vagina, that's a womb. Pregnancy usually grows in the womb. But in certain cases, the pregnancy finds itself outside the womb. The commonest place is the tube. What we call tubal pregnancy. But it's not just the tube alone. You can have a pregnancy implanting on the ovary, we call it ovarian pregnancy. You can have a pregnancy coming out of the tube and implanting inside the abdominal cavity, we call it abdominal pregnancy. You can have a pregnancy implanting on the cervix, we call it cervical pregnancy. And the women who have cesarean section, sometimes the pregnancy can implant on the scar, we call it cesarean section scar pregnancy. And the bottom line is that all of them are abnormal pregnancies. None of them should be there in the first place. The causes, the major cause of extrauterine pregnancy is infection. If a woman has an infection in the vagina, which is not treated, especially mostly sexually transmitted infection, the infection goes up into the womb, from the womb into the tube. The tube is very narrow. So when it gets infected, it either blocks completely, and if it happens like that on both sides, the woman may not be able to get pregnant. But sometimes it narrows the tube without blocking it. So when pregnancy comes and the egg and the sperm join, it's too big to come back into the womb. Pregnancy begins to develop in the tube. And as you can see, the tube is very small compared to the womb. It's not designed to carry a pregnancy. And so somewhere between 6 to 10 weeks, the tube can rupture, and the woman starts bleeding inside. This can be quite catastrophic if it's not detected in time. There is no bleeding on the outside, bleeding is inside. And before you get to know it, the woman can die because she bled so much. So whenever you suspect the woman has been, even though you've missed your period, you're having pain, then look for a doctor. Go to any hospital, don't wait till morning, because it might be too late to wait till morning. In some people, the pregnancy passes through the tube. It doesn't implant in the tube, it implants on the ovary. Again, you have pain, severe abdominal pain, signs of pregnancy. If you go to hospital, what we do, we try to remove the pregnancy while leaving the ovary without damaging the ovary. Yeah. Have the abdominal pregnancy, where the pregnancy, we call it tubal abortion. Pregnancy falls out of the tube, but manages to implant on something, it hangs on the intestine or anything, and begins to develop inside the abdomen, outside the womb. In such people, you feel the womb abdomen is growing, but you cannot quite feel the womb, it's irregular. But it never carry to 40 weeks. Maybe somewhere 26, 28 weeks. You remove the pregnancy through an operation, but you leave the placenta there because the placenta is stuck on so many things. Allow it to gradually sort of dissolve by itself. We use methotrexate, anti-cancer drugs, to make them dissolve. It's rare, but it can happen. Then the cervical pregnancy is quite dangerous because there are a lot of blood vessels around here. It can lead to a lot of bleeding. So sometimes the treatment might need embolization of the vessels by blocking those vessels to allow the pregnancy to die. And in very severe cases, you might have to do a hysterectomy to remove the womb together with the pregnancy. And one on the cesarean section scar is equally the same thing. It's not a viable pregnancy. To require an operation, you cut through the scar to remove the pregnancy and close the scar again. But basically, ectopic pregnancy could be quite dangerous. Management of ectopic pregnancy could be, can do conservative management where you watch and see. In civilized climes, you can do this hormone test. That's where this blood test for pregnancy comes in handy. You keep doing the hormone test, watching the pregnancy, and then gradually it might sort of dissolve by itself. You can equally use medical management. There's an injection called methotrexate. When the pregnancy is not very big and the hormone level is not very high, you can give the injection and then monitor the hormone every 2-3 days to see whether it's going. So in that case, you don't have to open the womb or open the tube. The pregnancy is small, it can die by itself. But in rare cases, when the woman has already ruptured and her life is in danger, we have no choice but to open her up, remove the pregnancy together with the tube, if it's a tubal pregnancy, or if it's an ovarian one, remove the pregnancy, leaving the ovary. Don't remove the ovary, because the woman needs her ovaries. If it's an abdominal one, you need a very experienced specialist to remove the pregnancy from the abdomen, but don't touch the placenta. Let it stay there. If it's cervical pregnancy, that's a bit even more dangerous. Then you have what we call cornual pregnancy, when the pregnancy implants just at the junction between the tube and the womb. There are a lot of blood vessels there. That one can rupture and give you a very heavy bleeding. These ones, the cornual pregnancy and the cesarean section scar pregnancy and the cervical pregnancy, requires an experienced gynecologist because there's a lot of bleeding involved. There's a lot of technicality, and only somebody who understands the anatomy can do it very well. So if you have such things, then look for somebody who can help. The laparotomy for tubal pregnancy is fairly straightforward. It can be done by anybody. But if you have cornual pregnancy, cervical pregnancy, cesarean section scar pregnancy, is best done in a tertiary center or by an experienced gynecologist in a center where they have facilities for blood transfusion and resuscitation. If it's well anticipated early enough, you can catch them before they get out of hand and deal with them, and there will be no emergency about it. But if you let it happen on you when you're not prepared, you might lose a life. So ectopic pregnancy or extrauterine pregnancy means pregnancies that occur outside the womb. We all know about tubal pregnancy, but just the point I'm making is not just only tubal pregnancy. It's the most common one, but you have many other ones too. You have tubal pregnancy, ovarian pregnancy, abdominal pregnancy, cornual pregnancy, cervical pregnancy, and they are all cesarean section scar pregnancy. All these are all within the description of extrauterine or ectopic pregnancy. If you are happy with the video and have any comments or any questions, please post them. I'll try and reply to them. Thank you.